these two teams, so I can hardly fault them for that. We do have both teams in. We're just going to wait for one more player to ready up. Yep, we're ready to go. Oregon is the flavor of the day. Let's get into this one, shall we?
Let's do this, monkey. Let's do this indeed.
All right, so while we're jumping into this, we know it's a best of 3. Give us a score prediction.
Ooh, I definitely go for a 2-1.
Definitely going for 2-1.
But it's definitely going to be a 2-1. Oof. Fanboy of me says Corvidae, the analytical, wants it to be Mind Freak, because both of the teams are quite close in potential.
And you think you're a fan of Corvidae, do you?
I would be saying, yeah, if I was going for a straight spectator, I'd say Corvidae.
Right. Well, we're into this one. So Corvidae are going to be defending downstairs to start off. Nothing strange too strange here. Taking a look at these operator choices. Anything stand out to you?
Not really, except for maybe a... Wait, actually, no. Castle Peak seems to be somewhat alright for Warden. The Shinbagel on the standard Ela.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Not really, yeah, no surprise. I'm kind of unsure if they maybe could have brought an Echo, because last time with Fletch sitting on Echo and Shinbagel on Ela, that was quite a deadly combo.
Right, and looking at where some of these utilities are getting set up, it looks like it's going to be a very heavy hold over in the meeting hall here. Castle barricades, mirrors, everything you'd ever want to try and hold this area of the map. It looks like Jack Daddy's going to be pre-meleeing this one, and it's in a spot that you're not going to be able to tell that it's been pre-meleeed. So that's some good stuff coming out from him. Droning's going to be coming out as well, making sure the map's as clear as possible. And looks like King's going to be getting aggressive, and he's gone down to Shinbagel. That's the very first kill, 30 seconds into the round, and no refrag potential.
Yeah, that's what I kept on continuously talking on last week. Teams had a massive problem and an issue. Ooh, nice kill by Magnet, who already, that's the refrag.
That was a nice, easy trade. Yep, that was, Shinbagel was not aware that that's the possibility of where Magnet was. And he just prone peeks him. Easy kill when Shinbagel was tossing out a Grismot mine. And, you know, they've already got the hatch open. This is something we see so often between the dynamic between these two teams. Corvidae try and play a heavy meeting hall presence, and Mind Freak go, well, you're going to do that. We're just going to ignore you and attack your weakened bomb site.
That's the one. And actually, that looks like it could potentially work out for them, as that's pretty much the control of upstairs. They can drop down into the kitchen, where they would have the easy access into the meeting hall, and that could work out really nicely for them and play a really bad joke on Corvidae.
And Rizraz is going to be trying to get his Twitch drone on in. Going to maybe try and go for the mirror. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. I think he's trying to spot out any utility they got down there. But Jack Daddy is going to take down Lusty. That's a big frag onto the Capitao. I'm sure he's not going to be able to use those fire bolts and smoke bolts, if you want to call them that.
Yep.
To cover up some of the area here when they're going to be going for the plant. Rizraz has picked up the diffuser.
You did though see when Rizraz was on the drone, that moment of hesitation, like that slight temptation, like should I?
I really think he should have gone for it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I definitely think. By the way,
yeah, they have opened up into the meeting hall. They're going to gain control of it, but they do not know that we have got who's that in the pantry. Here it is. It is Warden on that castle, and Mind Freak have wasted too much time now. They're going to have to start pushing. I think they're going for a drop from these hatches. Here we go. That's the first one for Rizraz. He's managed to trade one out, and Ace has also got one. Man advantage just like that. Switch left, right. Good night, but Warden's there, and Magnet's there for the trade. And that round that was looking horrible for Mind Freak has suddenly turned into their favor.
That could have gone either way. The flank by Warden, though, that nearly worked out well for them.
He needed to have a lot more, he didn't need to have a lot more impact. His site defenders needed to have a lot more impact. Yeah, that went south real quick.
That went very quickly, and we're seeing finally Lesion starting to come out more and more as his utility is getting used to
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
What do I
many
want
Way
to
more
bombs as they
frequently.
Has he got a shotgun? No.
No.
Quick
Okay,
answer, no.
that's- Quick answer, yep. That's it. That's a disappointment already.
I suppose, like,
Ah.
okay, here's the dynamic I'm looking at with this Legion pickup and this, and the pickup of the Thatcher there, right? So Legion is going to maybe try and stack all his Legion mines towards the normal plant spot on the bomb site.
Okay.
And the Thatchers could potentially clear them all out. And, you know, that's that plan there ruined. Looks like that's not going to be the case, though, as Magnet's upstairs and he's already chucked one of those bad boys down.
It does seem to be to me that those Legion mines were rather going to be used as the alerts for where the attackers could be pushing.
Yeah, and it's such a good spot to put it right in the middle of that rotate there.
Yeah. So because that will definitely let you know like when you need to bail out of there, especially for the Romas. Oh, I believe that is Rizraz.
Indeed, King's looking like he wants to get a bit frisky there with Shinbagel on the window. And Rizraz hoping to try and maybe get the reply onto him in just a moment. Plenty of shots coming through these walls. I think that was Jack
Does
Daddy.
seem that Kings could get potentially Vincent already as Jack Dad, yeah, will be pushing Kitchen. And Shinbagel still holding Riz, getting that nice headshot.
Onto Wardens. That's a nice early pick. As I said, they were focused on Kings over here, and Rizraz able to get pretty much a free kill from what I can understand from these silhouettes. Shinbagel has moved his way in. He's being held back by the barbed wire, but he's itching to peek, and Jack Daddy is also... Oh, sorry, I switched off at the wrong moment. Oh.
We did see the timing though. Rizraz managed to get that really nice quick kill on Shinbagel. That's one of the aggressive dragons, but oof, Jack Dad already manages to find the pincer out King. And Rizraz picks up a third kill on Fletch, but will get shut down by Jack Daddy. 2 to 3.
He's on a sliver of health right now. Wildman and Jack Daddy with quite a bit to do ahead of themselves. As, you know, I think we still have Magnet on the roam here. They've used up pretty much all their manpower, clearing out all the other two. And Magnet's still chilling, ready to get the backstab when they're not aware of it. Jack Daddy's going to reset himself. He's going to fall down, get picked up there by Wildman, who's still on full HP. And they're going to start droning out again. A minute left. How do you reckon this round's gone so far?
It has been going fairly sloppy for Corvaday, getting picked off, giving like 3 kills to Rizraz. That was quite an expensive move, but it's still doable. They still have that time to
They haven't
attempt
even
to push.
opened
They
the-
still have Ying.
They haven't even opened the hatch in the front lobby.
Yeah, that would be quite a problem for them. But
Yeah, that is
I'd still say like if they still have 3 EMP grenades, they still have Ying charges. There's a potential there.
Yeah, well,
that
the
they
smoke
could
grenades
use,
are
but-
already coming
yeah.
out.
The smoke grenades, if they will be able to time those EMP grenades though, they can actually get the right moment. But Magnet looking really wicked and about to get that nasty double kill at the end.
Nasty
Essentially.
flank. Jack Daddy's gone down to Ace's impact grenade, and Magnet's going to finish off Wildman. A beautiful round there for Mindfreak. I'll be honest, that was nice. That was very nice.
That was beautifully executed, and it did seem that Corvaday either were not prepared or they tried to experiment with something, because those kills were given way too easily to Jack Dad. I mean, not Jack Dad, to Rizraz.
Yeah, it's the old, what I like to call the bait and switch. Right? Like, you have one roamer making a lot of noise, getting tromed out, getting pressured on, and you have one roamer sitting sneaky nearby. So they're going to push the one roamer, not knowing that there's another nearby, and he's going to jump out for a nice, delicious free kill. But yeah, I suppose the utility use was really great, right? So like we saw this barbed wire right in the middle of the camera here. You know, the positions they were playing, I suppose, you know, they should have had some more pressure coming from the kitchen side, but then, you know, you had Magnet up above, ready to drop down when required. Rizraz on these stairs. It was just beautiful synergy, beautiful team play, and, you know, that is so hard to play against.
Yeah, when the synergy is right, it is much more important, I'd say, than the personal skill. Like, if you have that jotted down, like, that's gonna be the ultimate weapon. The setup so far, Monkey, what do you What do you feel?
I think we're going to see more of the same. I've got no issue with Corvidae doing this. They came very close last round. They, arguably they shouldn't have lost it. It just came down to, Mindfreak jumping onto site and getting those 1, 2, 3 quick frags. Yeah.
Good maps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They are gonna spot out Lusty. Lusty's gonna spot out that barricade getting hit, and I think Kings wants to aggress on it. Yes, he's got the shot on the foot.
Oh.
He's only gonna do a little bit of damage though. Warden is still alive.
That will be though enough to get Warden off and get him to back out. So that is potentially the full control already.
Yep, just a bit too slow on their setup, and Shinbagel is getting pressured by these drones. He's gotten one down.
It does give me kind of the flashbacks on Envy Taylor though, with how Shinbagel at the moment plays. Like, he plays really aggressively, but sometimes like really 50-50 role. It can go really well, like it can go really wrong. And Magnet is already on the case with Lusty. And Kings, as a matter of fact.
Yep, they've all spotted him out. The live drone's coming in. He's going to walk out, and Magnet's life is going to get saved by Kings there. And also, I suppose, his drop shot technique goes right underneath those bullets.
That was really nicely executed. Although, Magnet could have died really quickly if not for the bit of a potato.
Ooh, Magnet was very close there to Fletch, who's sitting in the attic there. I think they don't quite know each other was there. And it looks like Magnet is... Oh, he's so close to Warden right here. Why are they not droning this? They should be... Ooh.
I think Magnet does know something's up. I think he might have a clue that there could be an enemy, but he's just not too sure. He might try to go for that window. He just decided to bail out of there. Like, nope, not taking any chances. Done.
Talking about things that are not up. 2 minutes are. Well, they are. So, we've got a minute to go, and I'm not quite sure if they're ready to start going for the execute just yet. Kings has gotten an angle into the meeting hall. Looks like Mindfreak have decided, we've got to be a bit more cerebral and aware of this threat from the meeting hall. And I think it's completely cleared out, except someone's in that back tower there. I'm not quite sure. And Wildman's going to burn alive there to Lusty. I think that might have been his first kill, and the smoke's going to come on down. That's smoke off the table, so they're going to be able to go for a free plant. And Rizraz is going to be planting on those stairs. Going to see people trying to cover it, and Jack Daddy with the knife in the smoke before Lusty's traded him back, and just like that, it's all up to Fletch in the 1-on-4.
And it does not look good for Fletch as well. With the plant down, he's kind of caught it behind his mirror window, and he will be pressured out the back as well from those stairs. He will need a miracle to pull something off here.
And miracle will not come to him. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Miracle will not come to him. Magnet's got that last kill.
Yeah, got that last kill. Just will be putting him down that easily, and I'm not sure what's happening with not Mindfreak, with Corvidae. They just seem to be off their style.
Well, let's take a look at these kills, right? Rizraz Magnet 5 apiece, Lusty 2, Aces 2, Kings 1. Alright. Jack Daddy with 4, Warden with 2, Shinbagel with 1, Wildman none, Fletch none. Those last 3 stats is what really worries me, right? Shinbagel with just the 1 after 3 rounds, that's so uncharacteristic of him. He needs to step it up a bit. He's meant to be that big fragger on this Corvidae side. He physically got flown out to Australia to compete with this Corvidae side. And then Wildman and Fletch on Donuts. That's super uncharacteristic of their play styles.
Yeah, that is a worrying though. Yeah, definitely. And I would say that Shinbagel should not be roaming in a solo. Yeah, he is very skilled, very skillful player. He is very aggressive.
Yeah.
But if he's getting Vincent, like, no skill will be able to get you out of this situation.
Yeah.
You need somebody on support. You need either an echo drone to give you the call out where they are, or you need an extra body. You definitely need someone else.
That's a great point. Shinbagel should not be roaming solo, and I cannot 100% agree more with you on that one. Now, Kings looking to be in a position to maybe get caught out by Shinbagel. As Shinbagel was shift Wing towards the building. He's going to go to big double window, I see.
Yeah, but that's probably just to get the attention off.
We haven't really spoken about these operator choices this round. Interesting to see the mute, I suppose.
Oh yeah, especially on Magnet. Because as far as I remember, Aces was big on Mew last time.
Ooh.
Whoa. Rizraz nearly catching Shinbagel, oh my god.
He wants to get frisky out that window, let me tell you.
Oh
However,
yeah, definitely.
this one's going to be opened up instead. Nice little angle into that so common spot, and he's also protected nicely from the big tower. Let's get a check up on Rizraz's position. And Shinbagel! Oh, just
Finally
as I switch
punished
off
it. That was...
It's the spectator's curse, isn't it? Not the caster's
Oh, yeah,
curse, the
definitely.
spectator's curse.
Oh yeah. And ooh, Magnet might be creeping up. Maybe potentially going for some runouts. I'm curious how Aces would be playing out on Valk.
Bomb
No, I
located
really
by
like what
attackers.
he's doing here. This is something that you see a lot more in like the lower ranks and such, but it can be so effective for a one and done kill angle. Like if someone runs out into his crosshair, they're pretty much dead, and they're gonna have to hit a worldie if they want to get the shot onto him. Although I think
yeah.
Aces may have been droned out there.
Yeah, I think. Ooh, Jack Dad already goes for that really, really aggressive push, and he does seem to have the idea where they could be peeking from in that wedge bit between the door frame. Magnet picks up that kill on Wildman though.
Oh, that's the thermite.
That is,
Did he even get
that's
the
the
wall
thermite.
open?
I don't think so.
Oh, he did.
Oh no, wait, he did. Okay.
I was gonna say that's in deep trouble.
Yeah, that would have been deep. Fledge nearly getting mated by his own teammate by Warden. Oh boy, and they do seem to have the full setup, like just about ready to go for the plan. Ooh, the bait was raided. Magnet just about to try to get the kill. Shinbagel picks up Lusty, and nicely done by Fletch on the kill on Magnet. All up to Kings and Aces. The plan potentially could be going down, and Aces is not looking too well.
Oh, Warden.
But
Left
Warden,
it all up
ooh.
to Aces. And Jack Daddy's going to finally finish it off. That was such a lucky play, I say, for Corvidae on their first round that they've won. Fletch runs into the bomb side. He runs back out, turning his back, and he manages to 180 flick onto Magnet there. And also Rizraz on the flank to Warden. Warden was able to get the flick. So I suppose that those firepower skills, those gun skills, that shooting skill coming out there from Corvidae was very much on display.
Definitely, and it does seem that Corvidae's curse is also coming in effect. That they had to lose the 3 rounds before they'll get
Attackers
warned
need to
out there.
locate
Yeah,
and
we're ready.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
They got to lose 1 round before they start winning. Now, they've gone back downstairs for the 3rd time in a row. You know, I always say, give it 2 times. If you fail, you know, change it up. There's no point doing the same thing, losing 2 times in a row. Would you say it's justified for them to try it again?
It would be justified if they had a different setup, and it does look like it, as I believe they did pick up finally Echo.
Yeah.
Which may be what I'm thinking. That could be that needed support for Shinbagel's row. Either way, if it's not, then that could be a really good way to deny the plan as an assist to Smoke. And ooh, Shinbagel, the ballsy person. I nearly said that. Just misses all of most of the Mind Freak players.
Yeah. They were very aggressive. It looks like Kings might be pushing in solo through this blue tunnel area. And yeah, I believe it's a great point you made. It's justified if they changed it up. However, they're not off to a great start. Magnet is going to get that frag onto Shinbagel. As Magnet's been doing such a great job of bossing this top floor, getting control of it, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he has been doing an amazing job so far. But and yeah, I'm still kind of confused how did Shinbagel end up letting himself get killed from this kind of angle, and going this aggressive was even as far as spawn peak. And holy moly, look at that already! Like 4 people are already pressuring the tower and the construction tunnel as well. Just already on the case.
I think
Mind Freak's even ready to have shut it down.
Fletch knows he's a bit stuck here, I think.
Yeah, he is quite stuck. He will be forced to defend that only angle. Rizraz already will be pushing, and there's the kill. There's the trade. Wildman gets the kill on Rizraz. 4v3. Still doable. Still workable. Warden upstairs.
Yes,
Who
this is a
I
great
think
position.
he could catch Aces off guard.
Aces is
If
outside.
Aces would have
currently.
actually bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah. With 2 people on site against the 4-man push, ooh, it's not gonna look good. There's a smoke grenade though. That's the first utility used by Wildman. As well as the rotation hole, and minute on the clock, there's still plenty of space to move around and still plenty of time to go for the big plays. Warden,
He's going for the
Warden
big
could
rotate.
Warden,
he's
yeah,
stuck.
we'll be going for the big rotate.
So yeah,
and he is
that's
stuck.
I suppose the issue with changing up your strategy slightly like this. Warden's pretty much cut off from his team at the moment. He's going to run right into Magnet though.
Oh,
That's just
Yeah.
the cerebral plays we see from Mindfreak. They're just so aware of where these enemies can be coming from. Lusty's going to be able to drop down for free thanks to that smoke grenade. And so it's all up to Jack Daddy and Wildman on site. 30 seconds to go though. Jack Daddy's going to down one. He's going to attempt to see the trade come through, but Magnet and Ace has chime in with one apiece real quick. And the Mindfreak train's looking unstoppable right now, isn't it?
Indeed it is, and they seem to be really, really strong and really confident with their pushes and defense as well on Oregon, as that is just amazing. And it does feel that the LAN, the APAC LAN for the last season did bring in quite some freshness into the plays.
Yeah, quite some awareness of what they got to do. Look at Magnet, 9-1. No way.
No way.
At least on the bright side, everyone for Corvidae is now on the board.
Yeah. Finally, the donuts have been fully consumed and we can get to playing.
So Mindfreak going back downstairs. They haven't lost this yet. Let's take a look at these operator choices. Ying, good choice, I'd say. No Capitao could be a tad surprising.
Yeah.
And we're seeing
I'd say
Magnet on that lesion.
Capitao is, Ying would be the replacement of Capitao in that regard, except Ying would not be will be the non-lethal part. My house is falling apart, I believe. But it is, yes. Ying will be the non-lethal replacement of Capitao, but I'm kinda questioning the only pick of Hibana, because if Hibana's gonna be dead very early, that could be a big issue.
What are Mindfreak doing? They're doing a few weird runouts. I can see them coming up, and I'm like, where are they? What are they doing? Like, I don't think they're going for spawn peaks. Maybe they're trying to be a bit confusing.
Maybe they're trying to throw off more today. Maybe they're trying to bait them in. Get them. Oh yeah, they're doing runouts. Let's rush in. And this time, Rizraz and Magnet. Ooh, Magnet, you nasty person.
That's dirty, isn't it?
That is dirty. And yeah, it seems like Kings will be in the same setup again, baiting with himself with his own body for Magnet and I believe Rizraz to get the kills.
But they're a lot more aware of these players up top now, I feel, as we hear some shots coming out, opening up windows around them and such. And I think we've got Jack Daddy at the end of the hallway, just going to keep this covered down, keep it locked down, make sure no backstabs will be coming out from this angle. It's already looking a lot better here from Corvidae.
It does seem to be way more coordinated now. They will attempt to take the top floor first and then go floor by floor to clear it out. And the current 2 big players for Corvidae to attempt to eliminate would be Magnet and Rizraz, who are currently roaming. And I believe is Jagdad still holding that angle?
No, he's moved off it. But look at the time. We've got minute 45 down.
Not a single kill.
5 on 5 still.
5 on 5. Still a whole lot of potential for the plays, and still a whole lot of danger for both teams, I'd say. And Magnet, Kings, and Rizraz still awaiting that push from the west, but it doesn't seem that Corvidae just decided, nah, we're not even gonna bother. Good luck. See you later.
50 seconds now. They're just burning time. I really feel like this Corvidae side just have to explode onto the bomb site. That's what they really need to do.
Yeah, and with the Candela charges, that will be the play. Throw out the Candela charges, throw in the smokes, go for the plan on the stairs. That's it. You're solid. That is, except if the C4 are not going to be chucked out. But Rizraz actually already with Kings and Magnus already rotated. That's the first kill on Wildman who tried to drop shot. There it is. There's the double kill actually. Warden going big.
Yeah, Rizraz with his own double as well. So Rizraz for Warden on the double. And now there's 15 seconds to go. Shinbag was going to have to start pushing down from the plant. It's been dropped
They did
though.
not clear out Magnet though. Magnet still has that.
There we go.
There's the kill. And there's another kill from Lusty. And that is the cleanup. Magnet secures the win.
Oh.
That is it. Like that. Holy.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Holy moly. Yep.
This Mindfreak side definitely looking indomitable right now. Let's take a look at the kills when we get to that final ending scene, scoreboard scene I should say. After we see Rizraz on that MVP. For me though, MVP should surely be Magnet. Look at that, 11. 11 kills.
11 kills.
11 and 1. He died just once. Just once.
That is absolutely nuts, Monkey. That is just Magnet's finally showing. Is I feel that is his big kind of redemption after the way that he pretty much was denied of any kills in the Mantis game during the APAC lap.
Yeah, he's definitely showing he's still got what it takes to compete at this top level. All right.
Yeah.
I suppose while we're just getting ready to head into this next one, one thing I do want to bring up, Pro League season, right?
Yeah.
We saw Mindfreak destroy Corvidae, I suppose for lack of a better word, in the season, like against each other, right? But then in the qualifiers, when it really mattered, we saw. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with things. Corvidae take out the 2-0 against Mindfreak. How do you reckon that's going to play into this one?
Yeah, now that after Oregon, I'm kind of slowly starting to creep up towards 2-0 as well, because it does seem that it could be one of those days of just yet another trade of 2-0. And so far, Corvidae seems that, I don't know, they're missing the coordination, I feel. Mindfreak has everything jotted down, that chemistry between Rizraz and Kings potentially also transition to Magnet. That works out really, really well. And even that star pickup is not yet helping Corvidae.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we saw Shinbei go massive last weekend, although I suppose we could argue against lesser opposition. This week he's having a bit of difficulty getting started. Like, how many did he end up on the end? Like, it was a respectable amount. Like, I don't think...
It was... Yeah.
Like, we can't point to Shinbei being the reason why they lost that map.
No.
However, he, as the star player, he should probably be doing a bit more.
Yeah, but at the same time, I do feel that players like Warden, I believe, was it Fletch who was on 1 kill at the end of the match?
Yeah, he couldn't get going.
Yeah, they needed to get that going. Like, if they would have popped off as well, at least gotten like the same amount of kills as their teammates, like that would have been a rather more sweaty match we would have seen.
Indeed. I just also want to touch on that subject. Fletch plays as a site anchor, so he's not going to be getting too many frags. And like, you know, when I played in a team and I would be playing anchor, I'd be playing like Rook or something like that. When I was top fragging, that's when we were losing, right? Because they'd be getting through our roamers and such, and you know, I was Thermite and I was left in a 1-on-3 at the end or whatever on attack, and you know, I'd get 1 and 2 kills and then I'd die. But if I'm top fragging, we're losing because it's not my job to get the frags, and I suppose that's the argument you could kind of make for Fletch. He's not meant to be getting the frags, but even then, his team's still losing, and he can't mop up at the end there either. So
Yeah.
I suppose, you know, I'm going to look to it and say it was just a poor map from Corvidae. Like,
Maybe.
it's
Maybe.
not what we'd normally see from them, is it?
Yeah, that's definitely not what we usually see from them, and it does feel that it seemed to be that at least on several occasions, Corvidae could not get the rotation going very quickly, especially on their defense. Like their Roman's starting to get eliminated. They need to get back to the side instead of that, they still staying around, let's say, meeting hall and trying to get the kills rather than just get back to the side, hunker down, and get the angles going.
Right, well, without much further ado though, let's get into this next one. Bank is the map. So this was Corviday's pick. I suppose we could say Oregon was Mindfreak's pick, so that could be why they had a little bit of trouble getting going on it.
Yep.
Do you reckon we're going to see more of the same on this one, or is it going to be one side favoured or another?
I would say that this could be a closer map.
Yeah.
I hope it is a closer map because
Yeah.
this one is definitely a Corvidae's now turf.
Alright.
It's their kind of big place, and a pick of Shinbagel on IQ rather than his usual Ash pick. That's something new. Still a 3-speed, still can be aggressive. You still got the grenades, and you can track you can still track the roamers or the gadgets as well.
Yeah. Before we get into any big analysis and such, give me a prediction for this map. Scoreline, please.
Scoreline, please. Let's go with 5-3.
5-3?
5-3, and I'd say Corvidae.
5-3 to Corvidae, so we're heading to Chalet, you reckon?
Yeah. I still think that we would go into Chalet.
Alright,
Corvidae do seem to be more confident on Bank rather than Oregon, so...
Alright, I'll go with that, sure. Let's say 5-3 Corvidae. Now, looking at these operator choices on defense side, anything stand out to you?
Not really, except for Magnet now playing Mira.
I suppose what really stands out to me is we've got Lusty on the Valkyrie. It's more of an aces kind of operator. And I suppose also the other thing that stands out to me, not on defense, it was a bit of a poorly worded question, but we got Jackal here, and he's going to be doing his thing, clearing them roamers. Because we're going to see Rizraz spotted out on that Ella.
Yeah,
and he
Rizraz
books it back to
he's
side.
already bailing.
He's like, nope.
He's having none of that. The moment that popped up on his screen, nope, time to get rolling. Cue the Sonic music.
But Kings is still here, and I think Fletch may have spotted him out as well.
Either that or the footprints. If Kings was around the top floor, he could be also tracked by Jackal. Once again, Jack Daddy already could be creeping up as well in the open area, though. Taking this bit by bit. And yeah, here are the pings. Lusty gets the first blood on Wildman. That's the Thermite actually gone.
That
so
is
now
a
it's all
big
up
pick.
to... Yeah, and now it's all up to Hibana to try to reach an open. That's the kill on Magnet from Shinbagel, and Rizraz will be trading him out straight away. Another kill!
I'm just looking at the wrong person.
Yeah, Jagdad gets pretty much bamboozled by Rizraz. 2v4. Maybe?
It's going to be hard, and I
Maybe
think
not.
they're going to be going for the reset just here and now.
Yeah,
They're going to
I'm not
shoot water
sure.
through the wall. He lines up, and he's gone down. See, now this is what I was talking about. Fletch is one of the last left alive, and he's going to have to try and, get a few kills up on the board if he wants to keep his team in it. And so that's what we talk about, the anchors, or sorry, those, side anchors and those Thermites, Hibanas and such are normally the last left alive or such, and, they're in for a rough time.
It does feel to me though that Fletch and Water should have stayed slightly closer to their teammates. Like, get that refragging going. Like, I can't emphasize enough on that. I've been saying that the whole last weekend. Get the refrags going. Get a duo to get you're ready.
I want to say that I feel like they were close together. Like all the kills we saw. So Lusty started us off with that kill under Wildman, and then he took Wood and Low almost immediately after. Then we saw Rizraz with a double. Like they have been close together. However, they just haven't been able to get that refrag potential. They've got a contest with a Mirror right here, getting smoked off. This round is all over right here, right now.
Yeah, and Fletch already missed out. He could have gotten a quick drop on them. Wow. King. Wow, just simply and what is Fletch ended up doing? He runs it into Fletch's. Fletch runs into King's sides and just like that. That is the win. That was really uncharacteristic once again of Corvidae.
Yeah, as I said, you know, they were close trying to get the refrag potential, but they just couldn't get it going. And, you know, I thought that last kill there was Kings through the smoke, just spraying, but no, he did see Warden, and because we saw that smoke was slightly misplaced. You know, for example, I was watching the CSGO last night, right, because, you know, I like to not sleep. And there was one round where there was a misplaced smoke. Someone ended up getting 3 kills from it. This utility usage is so important for these operators, both sides, attackers and defenders.
By attackers.
Yeah, and especially after that fix for the smokes, they're like extremely useful. And I'd say even like you could get a second, I mean not the second, that CS:GO style smokes going where you would have like only from one side visible, and that could be quite a big tool for the attackers or for the defenders if it's misplaced.
Yeah, well, I really do like the new smokes. I really like the tactical impact they're having on the game, and it's been great, hasn't it?
10 seconds left.
It's been amazing.
Activating camera.
While we're on the topic of things about the
5
game,
seconds remaining.
I suppose we have to give a massive shout out to Ubisoft for making this game and supporting it. Like it's been amazing. Everyone's enjoyed it so far. And oh, I just realised I haven't followed the Valkyrie. We might get a few angry messages over that.
Ooh.
Defender has left the designated
Well, Warden, they're going for that kind of interesting peek. Yeah. Shout out to Amphley.
Shout out to Amphley. Indeed. So, let's focus on this though. Kings coming through the garage. They're aware of Shinbagel in there. Number 1, that's who he is. He's in the garage. I think he might have been droned out. And Kings has decided, you know, pushing that on my own might be a bit silly.
Yeah, and Shinbagel kind of still holding again an angle all by himself. And with Mindfreak kind of making their way over, they're getting the control of the top floor. We are having a bit of a show.
A bit of a what, sorry?
Overlay.
Oh, crap. Oh my gosh.
Boy.
I thought I did
Either
switch
way,
it. I might have accidentally hit my hotkey for it.
May have happened that. Either way, the show must go on. Magnet and I believe Aces. Nope, not Aces. Magnet will be all by himself pushing the main stairway.
He's just going to sit here to cut off rotations. Sitting in this position on stairs is so effective for like getting sneaky little kills and such, because most people come upstairs and look immediately to the top of the stairs because that's where they'll be expecting someone. Although Shinbagel, he wants to take a look-see.
Shinbagel does seem that he finally rotated back, but he could be found by Magnet if Shinbagel is not going to be patient enough. And ooh, he is getting baited by Aces. Oh, he nearly ran into Magnet. That could have gone wrong on way too many occasions. Warden seeing way too many pings. Way too many pings on his pulse, and he will be giving out that call out. There's the plan happening, and so far that's a kill. 30 seconds on the clock. There's the C4 from Wildman on Lusty. And 4v5, still doable, 25 seconds. Rizraz is going to be the next contester. Use your destiny.
And he's gone down.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Wildman gets another another C4 on now. Rizraz, there's the Refractor Kings, but Shinbagel going big, double kill, and that's the wrap up for this round with Wolverine getting back up on their feet.
You know, I figured out how I accidentally smashed my transfer key. It's because it's right next to the 1 key on my keyboard, and like I'm using the keys to switch between players. So, my sincerest apologies, guys. I'll try keep an eye on it. There's only so much we can do from home here. You know, if I had a nice little production crew, that'd be nice. But you know, it's me and Cthulhu. I'm trying to do everything. Cthulhu's just here having a chat. So he's got it easy. And so away from that, away from my failings, let's talk about the scoreline here. 1-1 now.
1-1, yeah. Now, Mindfreak on defense, Kovre on offense. Still the same lineup. I'd actually say that Mindfreak might be having this round.
Yeah, well, what we've seen so far is Bank being that super defender-sided map. Like, both defense rounds were won quite convincingly, weren't they? Like, Mindfreak couldn't get going in that last round, and Corvidae couldn't get going in the preceding round. So, that being said, though, the second choice bomb site is a different beast.
5 seconds to go.
Yeah, and I do feel that Bank could be the
Attackers have recovered their defuse. Attackers objective is to
Bank
locate a
could
bomb
be
and
the game of pretty much defense. Like if you nail down your defense, it could go into overtime. If you fail on one of the defenses, ooh, that could cause you some trouble. And yeah, at this point, it's every attack round is pretty much that decider. What could happen? At least it feels to me. And ooh, Fletch could get some empty angles.
I think he's very aware of the Ella being in the elevator. Yeah, that's the word.
And ooh. Oh well. Valcam. I know. Wait. Monkey, get on the Valcams. Let's find them.
Yeah, it looks like Shinbagel just couldn't quite get an angle on that Valkyrie camera, so that's nicely done. Warden's gotten himself into staff room nice and early on, but you know, he's got so many defenders to contest with upstairs, and it looks like they may be thinking of just going straight for the bomb site. That's looks like it's going to be the case. The flashes are going to come on out. Wildman's going to jump on in, and he's going to get one, as Warden's also traded one back. But he has been downed. Jack Daddy with another, and Shinbagel finally chiming in. It's all up to Kings, who's got the kill on the Shinbagel. But now he's on a 1-on-4 as Wildman is rezzed, and they know exactly where he is. He's in a pretty tough position. He's going to have to go for the 1-on-5 ace clutch.
And the rest of Corvidae lineup does know where he is. They do know what to expect from him. And there we go. Jack Daddy finishes Kings off. There's the kill. There's that rush. And it feels that that's what Mindfreak has been played, like that's their weakness. Like you pretty much ignore their setup, go the opposite way, and just push in. And they don't have any time to rotate. They trying to come up with something on the go, and that is pretty much the bane of them. We just see the live proof of that.
Yeah, I could not agree more. That was yeah. It's just like, you know, Mindfreak Corvidae like, well, we see what you're doing. We're just going to ignore you. Go straight to your bomb site. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, quick mass, quick frags, and you're in a 1-on-5. Magnet, do your, Kings, do your best. Like, that's how that went.
Yeah. And Kings is like, yep, I got the top fragger, but no, that's the rest of the team. Where are my teammates?
Shinbagel is stepping out in front on the top fragging on Bank, so we saw him have lots of impact on Bank last week. Maybe it was the map that he was struggling a bit on Oregon. I suppose also we've got 3 donuts coming out after 3 rounds. Fletch, Aces, and Magnet. Magnet went nutty last game. So I suppose storyline of the maps. Which one are you better for? Which one's works better for you?
I'd say maybe if Magnet could have gone for the Ying shotgun, that would have worked. I'm calling it. So if Ying shotgun is coming out next round, you know it, that Mindfreak will get those kills. They will get the win on that round.
Well, we don't even have a Ying this time.
They don't have a Ying this time, so I guess call it around. Nah, I'm joking. The setup does seem to be quite an interesting one, and it could play out both ways. If Mindfreak will get the eye on the mirror windows and will be able to pump them up from the parking, let's say, that could be a big impact. That means that Corvidae won't have that cover, they won't have that element of surprise behind the mirror windows, and they will be in a whole lot of trouble.
Indeed. So, Shinbagel's up top. He's joined up by Fletch, Jack Daddy as well. Warden's the only one on site, as we also have Wildman He was downstairs. Looks like he might be making his way back to site. Now, I just want to pinpoint Lusty's position on the roof here. He's going to cut any movement through this hallway off. And Rizraz is going to continue Fletcher's donut as he's gotten a kill, but Jack Daddy is going to trade that one back. Where are we at? There we go. Shinbagel's also gotten another one. That's King's going down. He's lost half his HP for it. And it's now a 4-on-3 as, yep, Corvidae are looking like a different beast on a bank.
Definitely, and it does seem that maybe Oregon was not just not their favorite flavor. And as well as that refrag that I was talking about, like Jack Dad managed to get the trade straight away going. Shinbagel followed up on Kings, and just like that, the Ash and the Capital, two kind of really aggressive players. Oh, never mind, actually, Ace is already on the case, something up top with the aggressive plays. And but yeah, two big aggressive operators gone. That's an issue.
Yeah, and that was so beautifully played here by Corvidae. You know, they've gotten the frags and they're practically defaulted back down, except for Shinbagel. You know, they're going to drone out and they're going to be like, you know, they're going to have to waste even more time to check every little nook and cranny to make sure it's clear up top. 45 seconds now. I don't know if they're going to be able to check it. I think Aces has not spotted out Shinbagel.
I feel that they might have a suspicion. There's the drone coming in, there's the spot, there's the grenade coming out from Magnet. Shinbagel will get pinned, so there's the kill. I feel that Shinbagel did know that that would happen.
There's now 30 seconds to go. Ooh, that grenade's going to cause Wildman to move. If that was cooked, that could have been left, right, good night for Wildman. 15 seconds to go.
Right under the table, if that's littered, that would have been great. Wildman with a nice trap. Warden gets another headshot on Aces, and Jack Dad finishes it off. Finishes off the sweep on Lusty. It does feel that it's a much stronger now play from Corvidae. It does feel like a completely different beast.
Yeah. Well, Bank is one of Mindfreak's favourite maps, going back all the way to Xbox. However, talking about going back to Xbox, like the only players left from that lineup is Aces and Magnet. So, and you know, they're the ones that are having trouble getting going. Well, Aces with one now.
Yeah, and it feels that the Mindfreak are trying to go for a whole lot of strats. They're taking their time to clear out upstairs, thinking that we're gonna wipe out the big players, the roamers, and then pretty much the anchors will be the easy thing. But that's on the contrary. The roamers are able to get down. They're able to secure that. They're able to get to anchoring as well, and that is the issue for Mindfreak. They're taking their sweet time. They need that droning game up ASAP if they want to go for the 2-0.
What is this reinforcement? This is strange.
That is indeed an odd one. That is an odd one, and maybe a whole lot of emphasis will be on holding. That's way too much utility, unless it will be like 45 and Elamine and both of the reinforcements as well as the barbed wire on the other side. That's odd, to say the very least.
To say the very least, indeed. However, we are seeing Shinbagel. He's changed up his operator. He's on the Ying now.
Yeah.
Just remember, this is the bomb site defense that Mindfreak won defending. So, you know, I'll be pretty confident they have a good chance. Okay, maybe that's why this reinforcement is here. Shinbagel is going to rappel up here. Oh, it's reinforced.
That's a slight inconvenience.
Yeah, well, maybe they understood that's exactly what Shinbagel was going to do. Personally, I'd just get someone to run out of the garage and get the free kill on it.
Oh yeah, that would have been the perfect play. That would have been the perfect play, and I wouldn't think that Shinbagel would have expected it as well.
So we're seeing all this utility up top. Rizraz is once again locked in that elevator. Looks like he's going to drop on down. And Kings is going to cover him as they're both going to retreat back to the bomb site. It's a minute wasted.
It feels that there's that difference though. Like, and now I can finally start seeing it. Mindfreak, the moment they start seeing the potential of them getting pincered or them getting giving out the advantage to the enemy, they're rotating back. Like the moment that there is a predicament to it, they're gone. Corvidae are kind of going for the greed kills. Shinbagel, like, he gets the kill, he still stays around the same floor, he still tries to bait enemies in.
Yeah.
But that just doesn't work. Like, the enemy team finds, like, goes for the man advantage. Like, you've seen how he got pincered in the stocks by 3 people. That's what he should be doing as well. Like, that's what the Cobra Romos should be doing. Rotating. As soon as the danger is, you get the kill, you bail.
Oh,
Jesus
that was a bit of a funny fight there. Yeah, Rizraz managing to escape with the skin of his teeth. He's only got 3 mags left for that gun. It only comes with 5. That's 100 bullets down.
He just been getting really lucky. His flash misses those shots millimeter away, but oof.
Shinbagel from the hatch is going to get the first one onto Rizraz. The smoke grenades are going to come on out, try and block some of this vision, as I'm sure we're going to be seeing Wildman going for the plant. Indeed we are. C4's come on out. It's not going to do enough damage though, and the smoke grenades have been unable to completely deny this. It's a 4-on-5 now, and Mindfreak have to retake. Aces has gotten in with 1, but Fletcher's also chimed in. So it's 4-on-3 now. Smoke grenade's going to come on out. Jack Daddy's hitting the top. We saw Magnet going for the smoke defuse. Aces is going to whiff his shot there into Warden, and Warden's going to come out victorious on that one. And we've got a 4-1 lead here for Corvidae now. They're on match point.
That should not have happened. Aces.
What was that, Aces? Seriously, what was that? ANZ aim. I think he might have like looked and he like thought he clicked, but he didn't click. So yeah, but that was hectic.
I'd say at this point, Aces might be getting that hot portion of roast.
You know, we've seen him do some fabulous things with a shotgun, but you know, we just saw that. So
yeah, there's also that.
The gods brought back down to earth. I've flicked it over again. That being said, I think I only just did it. I was hitting the tab key that time. So I'm really going to have to change this keybind during the next week. I'm going to put it to something else. So, take a look at these kills. Magnet, Donut, 015.
Yeah, Magnet is not having a good time on me. Not at all. And ooh, this should be good. Fletch back on the Echo. Shinbagel on the Ella. Do you know what happened last time we had this operator lineup on bank for Corvidae?
We saw that clip just before this matchup started. I should have played it again before we went into bank, but you know, too late for that one.
5 seconds to go.
It's a good combination, isn't it?
It is a good combination, especially with between Shinbagel and Fletch. If they can play it right, and if the Echo will be hanging around Shinbagel, that would be call it the play of the game.
Indeed. So, King's looking like he's going to be pushing into this garage area. He's going to drone it out first. And there is the Ella... Oh, no, not in here. Just off to the side a bit. In Shinbagel. Fletch is going to go give it a sus, though.
Yeah. And Kings does see the Echo drone, and he sees the Ella. So that did give him a tip-off to not even bother, because that is a force to be reckoned with. Instead, no, wait, actually, no. Oh. Kings might be contesting with a drone. Ooh. Nah, yeah,
no, he's decided. Oh, that's probably the smart decision. He does have the ACOG at range. However, he has to peek into Shinbagel, whereas Shinbagel just has to hold the angle. And
as well as fear of being drunk.
Yeah.
By Fletch.
Fear of being drunk.
Yes, that was worded wrong. I'm sorry.
There's no such thing.
Fear of being drunk.
You're a Russian, right?
I mean, yeah. What's that? Being drunk?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Either way,
let's focus.
Let's focus. Yeah. Fletch. Failing with his Echo drone and nearly letting
I think he's just spotted it out, but yeah, Shinbagel is going to use that information. Yep.
That was a quality bait. And that does cost Rizraz the life in this round. And could potentially actually be, this round could be the last one if Corvidae will be executing this just right. Magnet readying up for the throw, but I don't think any of his teammates are just ready.
Wildman setting up
Wildman
with
already
this.
prepping that C4.
Yeah.
And there's the drop happening.
Ooh, it's
Ooh.
Magnet who's going to be planning.
Yeah, Magnet going in for the plant, but ooh, he's dazed by those Ela mines. I mean, he has been spotted yet. Yeah, Fletch is already on the case. The Echo drone has been gone, but ooh, the Pico's. Oh, Magnet managing to get out just at the right time, but no. That is the C4. Aces and Lusty getting the kills. All up to Lusty and Kings and Aces actually, between the two players. 2v2 actually. Nicely played by Shinbagel.
Seconds to go.
Oh wait, no. That is also Fletch as well, going big. There's the plant denied as well. 10 seconds on the clock. All up to Lusty. And that is the kill.
That is the kill, and that is the game, as Corvid have tied the series up 1 apiece after a very strong showing here on Bank. That last round was looking a bit dicey. I think it was a 2-on-3 or a 2-on-4 that Fletch and Shinbagel managed to win off their own back. So, yeah, fabulous stuff. And did Magnet end up on that donut? Let's find out in just a moment. Yes, he did.
Yes. Magnet did end up being on that, fortunately, untasty donut.
All right. So I'm not sure if these teams are going to want to take a quick break before this next one. We'll find out.
I do have to point out that Corvidae were way more confident on Bank rather than Oregon. Like, it was a completely different play.
100%. But let's hold that thought while we just have a quick break, because I just need to run toilet as well. So
ready.
We'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. Mr. Cthulhu, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, I was a bit worried for a sec because he took a while to get on into it. And talking about getting on into it, let's get right on into it in the game. Mindfreak, Corvid 8. I just realised I made a typo in the title for Mindfreak. There, I've put a comment in their name. Don't judge me.
Nice. Yeah, just angry typo.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could say it happens, but no, it doesn't really.
No.
Alright, and I've changed my keybind as well, so let's hope no more accidental overlay switches. Now, we're going to see Corvidae vs Mindfreak on Chalet, and the first thing that's popping out to me, can you take a guess, Cthulhu?
Jaeger?
No. Bar Gaming. We're going to see Corvidae go to Bar Gaming, which is a bit of a Mindfreak strat, wouldn't you say? Like, this is a Mindfreak bomb site to pick.
That is indeed. That does sound like it's by the books of Mindfreak. But I'm kind of curious how Corvidae will execute.
Yeah, and you know, I have always said with the introduction of Mirror, this bomb site is so much more, what's the word for it? Viable. Has to be. Viable. Yeah. So you know, with Mirror, you oh no, that was unfortunate. Shin Bagel's impact grenade's going to destroy the Jaeger device. And he's going to ping it out to his team, say whoops. So we're going to see a heavy top floor hold using those mirrors and such. And Castle's also coming into this one to try and make sure we're holding down some of these, you know, making sure it's going to be harder for the Mindfreak squad to push on through. Now, Magnet's gotten himself nice and up on early on the helipad. And I believe that might be Wildman watching this ladder. So this is going to be a very hard position to get him out of. The best bet would be toss a nade right at him. But, you know, there's a Jaeger, so that's not as viable either.
I mean, if the grenade is cooked right, you could evade that Jaeger and just catch him in the blast. Ooh! Talking about that, the timing was impeccable.
Impeccable, indeed. So we've got 4 members playing above from this Corvidae squad.
And yeah, Magnet seems to having that is really tempted to go for that ladder, but I don't think there's.
Oh, he's gotten up.
Yet. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
thanks to the flashes, he's gotten his way up. There's a few more of those Candelas are going to come on out, and that's a beautiful shot from Magnet. He's gotten the first kill onto Jack Daddy, who was a bit itchy there, wanted to have a peek. Magnet's going to take down that vase thing as he thought it was one, but Warden's going to trade on back before Lusty's replied. Shin Bagel, however, has done the same, and Magnet's going to take a few tags. So 3 on 3. This has been a high octane round so far.
Yeah, and so far Fletch, Shin Bagel, and Wildman left out 3 fairly strong players, especially Shin Bagel, who's playing on Legion, which is slightly unusual. But I will have to point out that from Mindfreak, there's also some powerful players. Magnet picks up yet another kill, and that's the control of upstairs.
Some beautiful flash work, and it's all up to Fletch, just like that in the 1 on 3. Mindfreak ever shown, you know, they know how to defend this site and they know how to attack it. That being said, it's not all over Red Rover just yet. Fletch is still alive, but he's going to have to go big if he wants to keep his team on in this one.
Yeah, and with all of those holes in the ceiling, that would be a massive problem for him, as his rotation can get cut off straight away.
Especially,
there we go.
Yeah, they know exactly where he is. He's going to have the floor above him go down. The C4 is not going to do anything, and Kings is going to get the kill in the end. So, Mindfreak going 1 up on this Chalet map.
It feels that Corvidae tried to play like Mindfreak, but failed at it absolutely badly, I'd say.
I would say it's more of the frags just seem to go in Mindfreak's favour. You know, if Magnet didn't get to the top of the ladder, thanks to that wonderful utility use on the flashbangs and the Yang Candelas. Candela, Ella, that's why I've had them mixed up in my head. That round could have gone a whole lot differently. Beautiful flash work, drone work. It's classic Mindfreak.
Yeah, it does. It did feel quite satisfying watching that unveil as well.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, it feels that with the Baron Gaming, Mindfreak just knew exactly how to approach it. Like they had as if it was already written down. Okay, so they go by what they could do. They probably will be holding upstairs. Let's do that. Let's do this. They had it like bit by bit already written down. Whereas Corvidae seemed, especially closer to the end of the round, where it was a 3v3, they were starting to attempt to improvise. Shinbagel was trying to get like a shot from while still hanging around upstairs, really without any way to rotate downstairs.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, it didn't go that well. It wasn't as planned.
Enough on the last round. Let's focus on this round. Interestingly enough, we saw King's reinforced all the way downstairs. It looks like he's going to be holding down this ladder in the exact similar way. I suppose also what else is standing out to me is this Jackal pickup here on Wildman. It's not a big map like Bank. Like, you don't really have to like track down these roamers as hard. So for me, that's a bit of a strange pickup. Could be a preference pick.
I'd say it's rather not to track them down. It's to force them to pull back. Knowing that Mindfreak, the moment they get pinged on Jackal, they are pushing back towards the objective. So therefore, that could be used to just get them out. Never mind. Magnet already on the case, solving that problem for them. But Lusty with a double kill.
All right.
Very nice.
So they just run right on in.
Yeah, they just went for that aggressive play. But yeah, that Jackal is the perfect tool to just force Mindfreak to just fall back to the objective.
You know what I was thinking?
Secure the top floor, yeah.
I was thinking the Jackal could be used for when you're trying to get those floor bangs from above, ping out their position, make them constantly move, and you know they can't fall off site, and if they do, they're going to be in some of the defenders' fire and such. So that's what I was thinking. It's not a bad idea.
That could be that as well. That could be definitely that as well. But now that with a 2v4, what do you reckon could go for Corvidae?
Well, that grenade was a nice attempt. And we saw someone making some noise up above. Magnet's on the camera. Kings is also on the camera. They're getting a lot of information. Warden's going to jump on in. I think he's been downed. Indeed he has. And it's all up to Jack Daddy here. Around the corner. Can I switch to the right person in time? I can. Jack Daddy 1 on 3 now.
He finally does spot that camera.
Finally.
But there is one more. There is one more that is looking right at him, and that is giving the proper call out. And yep, you are just about to be good to go for the run out. So let's see how that might be played out, because
there's no need.
If Mindfreak, yeah, there is no need. But if Mindfreak will go greedy, that could be the bane of them as well. So they will just need to hold their angle. Yeah, they're just going to sit here and wait for Jack Daddy to try and do something. Tom's running away. He can't do much. He is going to run away. I suppose I also just noticed there, King's had all 4 batteries still in his arsenal. So no battery usage from Mindfreak. They just picked the bandit for the gun and the barbed wire, it would seem. Seems like it, yeah. And
they're just so aware of his position. And the C4 from Lusty is going to finish it off. How many was that for Lusty? I think it was a 4K.
Nicely played by Lusty as well.
This is something we don't see enough. Like those C4s in those kind of positions. And like, you know, most people have kind of used the C4 as a grenade. I want to point out that as a great use of the C4, because if he's going to enter in there, he has to make the choice of, do I look at the enemies? Do I try and shoot the C4? What do I do there? And I'm really liking like Mindfreak's throwbacks to some of these kind of strategies that you might see down at the lower levels of the lower ranks of, like, you know, angles through gaps in shields and pre-placed C4s in positions like that. I suppose you're going to call it the kind of...
Attackers need to locate and defeat.
I wouldn't call it fundamentals, but like, you know, simple strats that work.
Yeah. Yeah, simple things that were already tested, that are already working. That's pretty much the base of Mindfreak's just approach, and they just tend to modify it a whole lot to refresh and kind of throw off the attackers or defenders, well, the enemy team. Right? But yeah, that is very, very nicely nice approach to the strats as well. Sorry.
Well, we're seeing the castle come out once again. Shinbagel, of course, on the Ella. What's new?
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Definitely.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Boy.
Defender
That's
is
a nice
not
run out. I'm
designated
gonna steal that.
staging area. Defender is exposed.
Although it could have gone wrong.
It could have gone
gone
wrong,
wrong.
but like, it's a very nice idea.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I think there's very minimal risk on that one.
Definitely. Jack Daddy though goes for aggressive piece as well from master bathroom. It feels kind of weird to me that both teams, well, no, primarily probably Corvidae going for those really aggressive initial spawn peaks and Shinbagel just pulling an Envy Tailor pretty much half of the time. And then Mindfreak just seem to have, yep, if we have Valkyrie, let's just go for those runouts. Like they always have that calculated, while Corvidae leaving it to a chance sometimes. That's what would bother me, I'd say.
Indeed. Well, Warden has been spotted out and he was almost flashed up. He's decided to default back to site. It's not the worst idea in the world.
Yep. And we are seeing, I believe, Magnet also making its way over to the snowmobile garage, while Nam, he could actually run into Warden if the timing is just right. No, he will be holding actually the really tight angle.
This is such smart play here from Mindfreak. They're just so aware of where these rotates could come through, and they're going to be cutting those avenues off. And it's almost as if, you know, Corvidae are playing right into their hands here. As if Warden wins this fight, that is insane. But I don't think it's going to happen. Nope.
Oh, he didn't even check. Oh, that is quite unfortunate.
Who would check that though? That's why. Like it's a strange spot to be sitting in. Beautifully played there by Mindfreak. And I'm sure we're gonna hear a call in TeamSpeak. Why is he sitting there?
that enraged scream.
Oh,
just pure annoyance.
we've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Enemy spotted. Kitchen.
But yeah, that is definitely something that you wouldn't expect. Meanwhile, it's a 3v5 situation, all looking in favor of Mindfreak, and so far score-wise, whoop, that was not planned for Lusty, but nope, never mind. Wildman actually stands up, he gets a double kill, and nearly gets the third one.
It's all up to Shinbagel though, as one is downed. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. Sorry, Jack Daddy's the one who's down. He might be trying to get the cheeky revive on and turn this back into a 2-on-2, and it looks like he's going to be able to do so successfully. 15 seconds to go. Mindfreak, you're going to have to start moving fast. Jack Daddy's gotten himself another one. Is he going to get this last one onto Magnet? Oh, I've switched the wrong one.
5 seconds remain.
He's going to get hit by the yellow mine, and Jack Daddy is indeed going to finish it off with his classic drop shot around the corner.
Nicely played by Corvidae, and especially with Shinbagel being able to revive Jack Daddy, who did that crucial part at the end of the round.
That was a 1-on-3 with Jack Daddy being downed.
Yeah, that was nicely played.
Well, at least we have Corvidae on the board now, for them, at least, I suppose. Yeah, I was a bit worried, right? Because so far, it's looking like Mindfreak are just stomping over this Corvidae side. I thought we were going to have a pretty average final match here, but Corvidae showing some fight. That being said, last round, you know, it was pretty much a miracle from Corvidae to win that round from a 3-on-1 perspective. Shinbagel was super lit. Bit of kissing and hugging going on in the connector there.
Yeah, it could have gone wrong on way too many games. If anyone kept on continuously looking at that hatch, that revive would not have happened.
Yeah.
Or if Aces would have pushed faster through that connector, that revive would not have happened as well.
And also Wildman getting that double kill is great impact in that round. Lusty, I'm not sure if he meant to fall there or not, but you know, he probably should have gotten that kill just a little bit easier. This King's going to be spawn peeking.
It did seem that Lusty did have like even the sights and everything. It's just that maybe the firepower was not enough.
Kings is indeed going for a bit of a cheeky spawn peek. No one seems to have spawned over there, and I think that was Wildman who's going to run underneath his sights.
That was a bit too close for the preference, but either way, Rizraz once again on Ella, Aces on Mira once again, and Lusty on
Oh, this is a free kill.
Valkyrie.
No, it's not! Wow!
Oh, the bait!
Wildman just so aware of that. Shinbag was going to finish off Rizraz as well, so Lusty's still downed over in what they call useless, I've been told. He's going to get revived. The correct word for a room like that, if I'm not wrong, is called a vestibule. I could be wrong. This is just off hearsay. Oh, right, Kings is going to peek out and manage to dodge Shinbagel just. He wants to take that fight again, but Warden's spotting him out. And I think he's going to retreat nice and safely from that one.
It did feel like a bit of a dance between him and Shinbagel as they were playing that peeking game.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
King and Magnet's holding very interesting angles, to say at the very least.
Yeah. This round almost went really south for Mindfreak. However, they've managed to stabilise a bit, being able to revive Lusty, even though he was down. I'm surprised that Corvidae let that happen.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but at the same time, if they would have gone for that greed kill, that could have been really bad.
Oh, that's unfortunate from Shinbagel.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Was that the
yeah, the ADS system taking out his first Ash charge? Did I just hear the diffuser? No, I didn't. As Jack Daddy's got it above. He's probably going to be getting ready to drop and try and go for the plant, as Wildman's gotten another one. It's a 5-on-3 right now. Lusty, Kings and Aces with a bit to do right now. I think Lusty may have just seen one, and Aces has gone down, trying to prone on the bomb site. 5-on-2 now. Kings and Lusty at range with these reflex sights, trying to take the fight. I thought one had been down, but it looks like no shots have hit, and the plant will be going down by Jack Daddy. As Fletcher's gotten no one, and it's 5-on-1 for Lusty with 20 HP. Not going to last long. And that's Corvidae tying this up to a piece.
Nicely played by Corvidae, as they seem to be getting back up after those, I believe, 2 rounds that were just pretty much them getting bulldozed by Mindfreak. Now that they get back on their feet, making it a draw, this could be going in their favor, because from what I do remember, statistically wise, Chalet was considered a fair while ago Corvidae's map.
Yeah, well, going back all the way to the ANZ Invitational, we saw Corvidae take Athletico on this map 5-0. So that's pretty insane. I suppose also to some more recent history in the ANZ qualifiers for the APAC LAN. Sorry, which was Pro League, I should say. Pro League. We see the time we saw Corvidae get 2-0'd, it was Chalet that was played.
Yeah. It does feel that now that Corvidae kind of got a hang on how Mindfreak approaching this in this matchup, they will be able to read their pushes a bit easier. But at the same time, it feels that Mindfreak are either going for kind of slow holds or like really aggressive peaks, while oh my god, Rizraz, that's like a centimeter away from that battery.
Yeah.
For Corvidae to win those matchups, all you need to do is to avoid those kind of block points, push them from a completely opposite direction, and just pressure. Like you don't hang back, otherwise you'll choke it up. You choke up the attack, and you pretty much that's your round gone.
Yeah, I just got tons of lag just then. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but yeah, I was lagging all over the place. That mirror's been taken out nice and early by Rizraz's sneaky little Twitch drone, as Kings is also going to come all the way to the top. And you know they're going to have to retake. They're going to have to take this library area, and it was so hard for them last time, especially without being able to rappel on the roof here. Yep, I'm getting more network lag. Ooh, I hope it stabilizes soon.
Yeah, hopefully it will stabilize a bit, but in a bit. But oof, there's another one.
Mm-hmm. It's both mirrors neutralized thanks to Rizraz, the sneaky little Twitch drone. We're surely going to see these Candelas coming on up in just a moment. They're going to just burn all these ADS systems. However, Warden is going to chime in with the first kill. That's Rizraz gone. Twitch has done its job for the most part, and Magnet is not going to be able to get to the top of this ladder this time. This is a turnaround from what we saw last time. That's another Candela is going to get taken out by that ADS system. Lusty is going to get to the top here, but Wildman's going to quickly trade him on out. Kings and Aces in a 2-on-5 after just falling so early.
That was a quality switcheroo, I call that, between, I believe that was Jagdad and Wildman, how they switched up between the angles, and Wildman was just able to bait in pretty much Ying in. That was absolutely just great. But Wolf from Warden getting a nice headshot of Kings, all up to Aces.
In the 1-on-5.
1-on-5. Can he pull this off, though? A 5-man ace.
I'm going to go with no.
Like
and there we go.
Yeah, that's enough from me as well. And that is another round going into Covidae's hand. Now them being on the advantage.
Yeah, so we saw Mindfreak get that 2-0 lead, and just like that, 3 rounds in a row for Corvidae, and Corvidae at the round advantage now.
Yeah, and all that Corvidae would need at this point, just keep going with what they do, and Fletch is surprisingly still 1 kill. The rest of Corvidae seems to be on the even number of kills. And yeah, it feels that Corvidae getting their mojo back after that absolute destruction on Oregon, and then their pretty much dominance on Bang.
Yep.
And it doesn't seem that the Corvidae train is stopping
Protect your
anytime
bombs from being
soon.
defused by attackers.
Yeah, well, I don't know, this is a new round. Remember, a few of these rounds, right, like barring that last one, and of course their downstairs defense.
Yeah.
You know, that first round that Corvidae won, Mindfreak should have arguably won. So we could potentially be looking at a 3-2 scoreline in the opposite way.
Could be. Could be, definitely. And what do you think about this whole Horseman? Actually, seems like a fairly standard hold, but
Yeah,
most teams
well,
might be going for those run-out counts.
this is what we saw last time, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mindfreak holding this top floor like a vice. We saw Corvidae try and rush downstairs, but to no avail, as you know, the players on site were able to show up with some big frags of their own, as that barricade is going to come down. I think they're very aware that someone might be in there. Wildman on the IQ is going to get spotted out, and this cooked grenade might be the death of Kings. No, he's going to take half HP for his trouble. I suppose that's a much better way to make sure the ladder's not getting watched. A HE grenade.
Yep. Yeah, and already 2 people pressuring that library, forcing Kings. So that's the rotation that I'm talking about. The moment danger is in, the priority is to evade that reposition and try to go for a different angle. And that's what I feel would be the right way for now for Mindfreak. Just reposition, get the angles going, get the holding, get the angle happen.
Yep, we're seeing a lot more aggression up top now, as Corvidae have changed up their strategy. They're going to try and take this top floor. Shinbag was going to lose half his HP for that fight there. Rizraz has come off much better for wear on that one, but Warden is going to get the trade onto him from the kitchen window. There was still one in there though. I think that was Kings. He's still in there. I wonder if the drones have fully spotted that out. Oh, I think he may be undetected. Now he's detected though, and he's not going to be able to get anyone. He's actually down one, but he's not going to be able to... Oh, he is. Magnet's going to get the 1 kill. Fletch is going to trade back Kings. Warden's going to get another one onto Magnet. 4-on-2 just like that, and the revive will be coming through. This has gone from bad to worse here for Mindfreak.
Yeah, and all that is left is just to try to hunker down. 2 people versus 4.
Knock knock.
And then both of them are separated in one in tiny, one in trophy. That would not help them as well. The refragging potentially can't happen.
Yeah. There's plenty of time though for this Corvidae side to work with. It's not like they're pressed for time. And you know, Warden's going to lob a nade in through here. Could do a lot of damage. I don't think it's going to come close to Aces though. But 2-on-4 is not impossible. Get 1 frag, it's suddenly a 2-on-3, and that feels a lot easier. Get another frag, 2-on-2, and that sounds quite even. So, sounds like Warden's going to come in below, try and clear out this bomb site completely that Aces is sitting in, and Aces is going to get shin-baggled, so there we go.
There's that.
Aces is going to get another one, and so's Lusty, just like that, as I said. Get a few frags, and this is a whole different story. Warden's going to jump on into the bomb site though. He's been hit by the Legion mine, and Lusty's going to have to try and clutch this one out in the one-on-one. The plant is going to be coming on through. He's going to have to stick it from now on so Lusty can run to his heart's content. Diffuser's been activated, and Warden's going to peek. He's gone prone, can't quite get the shot, and Warden's going to come out victorious in that one. That was so close, and we are on match point, series point here for Corvidae.
What a play as Warden gets that kill with the shotgun. Well, very nicely played, but that was just way too close, Monkey. Like, my heart can barely handle that. This, like, a 4v2 turning that quickly into 1v2. That should not have happened for Corvidae.
Should not have happened, but you know, it's the kind of thing where you can say, well, we got away with it.
Yeah, that is definitely that. And Warden going big with that, call it clutch actually, because that was a quality.
Yeah, Mindfreak almost made the clutch happen, not to be though.
Protect your bombs from being defused by
And
attackers.
you know, we're in. Sorry, the scoreline is 2-4 now. But you know, there is still a chance of Mindfreak getting back into this one.
Definitely, yeah. There's still a chance. There's still a way, and the lineup is still seeming to be the same. No magnet Ying shotgun.
Well, might I just point out though that this is the first time that Corvidae have decided to go downstairs. They've had 3 different bomb sites, this being their third to go you know. And so you know, they're just keeping Mindfreak guessing. It's almost like they're playing Mindfreak at their own game, because that's a very Mindfreak-esque thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, and it does seem to be working in favor of Corvidae quite well, actually, with Mindfreak just having to adjust pretty much on the go, as they can't really predict that which one of the sides. Ooh, King's picking up the kill on Jagdad, and another one on Warden.
Wow, this round has been high octane, hasn't it?
That is already the two players already gone. Talking about the turnarounds.
Yeah.
This could be just the one.
But all it takes is one bullet to the head to change things in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we will be seeing Mindfreak now going for the cleanup of upstairs, but that is pretty much fully given control to them. Most of Corvidae are on the objective. Actually, all of the Corvidae are on the objective. So this could go either way. I'm not going to give any predictions just yet.
Well, we still have Shin Bagel alive. That's probably, you know, the one factor to look out for. He is trapped in blue here. Lusty's got a hold on him. He's got his drone, knows exactly where he is. And looks like Kings may be the one to aggress on him. But can't quite land any of those shots, as they're both going to back off, neither wanting to be the one to put their team at even more of a disadvantage in Corvidae's case. And, you know, disadvantage starting off for Mindfreak. I'm tripping over my words so bad. Oh!
Magnet. Oh, just nearly Kobe Shinbagel, who manages to get out with just a slight fraction of his health out.
Well, Mindfreak are in a tough position now. They've got to start pushing onto the bomb site. It's going to be quite hard to get on through. This is what I like. Lusty's going to be using these flash candelas to go down from above. It's going to really burn the retinas of these defenders on site, as Magnet's going to be able to walk down into the blue tunnel. Aces has gotten one. Rizraz is also another, so it's all up to Fletch, and he's gone down. Mindfreak do not want to be going to the losers bracket. We're going to go 4-3. Are we going to hit the OT or not? Let's find out in this next round.
Indeed, and that was very nicely executed by Mindfreak, especially that usage of the Candela charges that I believe did help a whole lot with those pushes. Getting the defenders disorientated was just the thing that Mindfreak needed for their attack.
You can see 100% why Corvidae have been avoiding going downstairs, going down to the wine cellar snowmobile garage. They had choices though. They didn't have to. They could have gone to kitchen trophy room, as I think Mindfreak are right now. Yep.
So this, do you reckon this could be just played by pretty much by their book, having a whole lot of reinforcements upstairs in the master bedroom and just holding tight angles and spawn peeking.
I reckon.
Bomb located by a
Ah. I think we're going to see more of the same from Mindfreak.
So you reckon this is going to be just pretty much who would be able to outgun with the same
10
strategy?
seconds.
Yeah, well, when you've got a read on your opponents as such that you know what strategy they're executing and they know what strategy you're going to be executing, it does come down to who can get that frag power going.
Covered the bomb
Yeah.
diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse
With
the
action
bomb.
phase starting, Ace is spinning down his last, well, for now, last spring traps. Warden making his way over to the window. Fletch could be potentially getting that angle. Nobody's. Ah, well, wait, no. Wildman will be actually pressuring. Those drones will be actually making a dream of a thing. Trying to bait out. Ooh, that lands really nicely on
Defender has
Kings.
left the
Rizraz picks
designated
up
staging
Wildman.
That's the ying off the table just like that. Beautiful camera we got here. So much vision. Oh, I feel bad for showing all those off, but yeah, that was nice. Sounds like
I'm
Warden's
sure
down
Flea
below
would
again.
be proud.
He's doing this a bit earlier than what he did last round. He's going to try and make sure he's gotten all the positions that these defenders could be in.
Yeah, and get that early advantage of on the defenders. Ace is kind of getting
He's been droned out and pushed out, but you know, that doesn't matter as Rizraz has got himself another. That's Fletch going down. Looks like Shinbagel is thinking about jumping in through this window. Instead, he's just going to make sure no one can rotate back into the trophy room bomb site there.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not something to, you know, prioritize when, you know, they're above and they can jump out on you and such. So that's probably where the worry's lying for this Corvidae side here.
The defenders are pretty much everywhere. They're covering a whole lot of angles. They're above there, to the side there, dining, covering anyone who will be dropping in.
And there we go, Magnet jumped out.
Yeah, Magnet jumped out, getting that kill 2v5 situation that does not look good at all for Corvidae, and it seems that we will be going into that overtime, and two big giants continuing that clash for in the winners bracket.
Don't
Warden.
speak too soon, though. Warden's gotten one. He's been L'd up, though. He's had to have gone prone, and it looks like Rizraz is going to rotate all the way from outside and back in. Nicely done. Top floor control has been surrendered to Corvidae here, but how much impact is that going to have in a now 2-on-4?
I'd rather say that there's the time strain, 30 seconds on the clock left. So the people, no real proper reinforcements breaches, they will have to be pushing through that window, and it's pretty much a choke point for them.
Yeah. Jack Daddy's going to try and put some pressure from behind, but how effective is he going to be? Looks like Warden wants to come in down below again. 15 seconds, they got to move.
They have to move, and Warden should be backing up Jack Dad, but no, that is the kill for Rizraz, I believe, and all up to Warden now to try to clutch this up maybe this time. Ooh, a nice shot as well on Kings, but that
Operators,
is
you
the
are out
time.
of time.
We're hitting overtime, boys. Strap in your
Overtime.
seats, because after two, probably, you know, one team-sided maps, we're hitting one that is even, well fought between two giants here in the ANZ scene. What a comeback by Mindfreak after being 4-2 down. They had to survive through 2 match points, and they did so quite successfully. Mindfreak starting out on defense, though, on this one.
I'd say kitchen trophy room with their lineup.
Well, that's what we just saw, the exact same round.
Yeah. This is exactly the same lineup, exactly the same pick for them.
Attackers
So
still
going
on
off the
eight
track
and
record we
bomb.
saw from Mindfreak in while defending this, they've won it twice, lost it once. I hope
Yeah, and
That's
when
right.
they lost it once, and when they lost it, it was like a really close game. So
Oh yeah, that's when it was like a 2-on-4 and they managed to bring it down to a 2-on-2, 2-on-1 and Warden clutched that one out.
yeah, that was the one, and that is pretty much the kind of that point where Corvidae needs to nail down. They need to keep their reinforcement breacher being Fledge
10
on
seconds
Havana
left before
alive for as long as possible to pop up
Yeah.
those hatches. They will need to secure that
5
master
seconds
bedroom
to insertion.
Yeah.
quickly.
Let's just take a quick look at the kills, shall we? Warden out in front on 9.
Attackers recovered.
Magnet
Warden-
stepped up a lot
Attackers are
on this
moving out
map.
the
He's gone
located bomb
6-6, so it's not the worst in the world.
Yeah. Same going for Rizraz, he's on 7 kills as well.
Mm.
And Shinbagel maybe still getting used to the overday approach to there's a nice amount of cams. Look
He's
at that.
got 5, yeah. It's decent showing. A lot better than what we saw on Oregon, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Definitely. We will be seeing a whole lot of pressure on library. Do you think this could be the big point for Corvidae to emphasize on?
Well, Warden's gotten on in, and King's getting pressured. He's going to manage to escape back downstairs. That was a closely well-fought battle here. Looks like he's
And,
going to rotate all the way back up and around.
Ooh, he could get a nice drop on
surely-
Warden.
Surely wouldn't hurt him, though, as Shinbag was going to chime in with one, Jack Daddy with another. Where is all this action happening?
All within the library. We'll be seeing kind of the control, the whole control just given Corvidae at this point. The rest of Mind Freak just rotating back to the objectives. That's the control. That's what I was just talking about taking that good control and keeping the Hibana alive.
Yeah. So,
Lusty though trying to get the C4.
3 on 5 now. I think they're aware of Kings being in the bar over here. Warden was pressuring onto him using that shotgun, and Fletcher's also going to be holding an angle on in, as Jack Daddy is going to get the frag. I didn't realise he was there. 5 on 2 now. Lusty and Aces.
That was a very nice pincer. I have to point that out.
It was like a triple pronged attack. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah,
Bomb located by
pretty much
attackers.
Kings was. Yeah, that was it for him. And Lusty
Attackers have
gonna
located
get
a bomb.
taken down by Wildman, who was already rushed in actually into the dining hall up to Aces in a ace clutch potentially. He will have to live up to his name.
And not to beat. As we saw,
Yeah,
Corvidae have had enough practice attacking this one. They were able to do so successfully. And, you know, Corvidae once again on match point, series point.
That was I believe, a flawless round as well for
All 5 members
Corvidae.
surviving. Yep.
all 5 members surviving. That was very, very eloquently executed.
So,
Barring gaming room though, for Corvidae.
yeah, well, what if we've seen them defend it 3 times or twice?
Yeah.
I know they've won it once and lost it once. I can't remember if
Attackers
it's been
need to
another time
locate
or
and
not.
defuse as many bombs
I don't
as
have my
they can.
notepad because that'd be way too much for me to do. Spectate, talk, write stuff down,
Attackers have located a bomb.
Definitely.
actually pay attention to what's happening in the game. Ugh.
What is quite well, not really interesting, but both teams are sticking to the same lineup.
Operator
No
choices.
experiment.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, you know what's standing out to me is we're seeing tons of Jaeger. Now, Jaeger, we didn't see much picked on the other 2 maps at all, but he's coming out on this map, that's for sure.
5 seconds to
Yeah,
go.
but at the same time, I'm kind of confused that since now both teams know that the Jaeger will be quite a popular pick for this map, why not bring down Pistachio? Well, that's that's just pretty much a spat in the face of Corvidae from Rizraz. Just said, yep, here's my drone. Out of the action page, nope, you get none of that.
So, they're going to be trying to take this library control once again. It's so hard for them to get access to this area at all. Thanks to the setup from Corvidae here. Looks like Aces wants to suss it out with his drone as well. He's gotten 3 scanned out before his drone's taken out as well.
But at the same time, they could use Ace's X-Kairos to get rid of all of those Jaeger charges.
Yeah, well, that's what they did last time, I think.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I saw one stuck to the side of the window, and I did hear it shoot off.
Right. Then, yeah, with them, it's just pretty much a textbook push for Corvidae now that they know how to approach this. Rizraz and Magnet trying to pressure from below, but oof, that was a mistake and a very timely mistake, as Wildman will be going greedy, but traded out by Magnet just like that. He just needed a fraction of a second. able to
4
get
on
out.
4 now in this potentially penultimate or final round. What can they do? Rizraz has got himself nice and close on insight. Now, Warden's going to drop, though, and take him out before Ace is going to get the refrag. 3 on 3 now. Looks like Mindfreak have decided, screw it, let's just go for the bomb site. So there's a minute remaining. They have spotted out the Legion. They've spotted out the Mirror. They just need to know the position of Jack Daddy.
Yeah, and Jack Daddy is so far still holding that angle, still expecting that he could get a really nasty drop if he will go for the run out. But I don't think Kings actually has a really nice angle. He could get a good drop on Jack Dad as well if he continues to hold that angle to cut off that rotation.
Alright, so Mindfreak decided, you know, let's attack from this side instead. They're not going to be able to take out that battery though. They might be able to do it from below.
That's what I think Magnet was trying to do as well.
Ooh, Aces. Gets one. Kings is spotted out the head of the Mirror and also gets the shot. It's off to Jack Daddy now. He's jumping from above and Kings is also going to get that frag. We're going all the way, boys. 5-5.
All the way. Holy moly, that is getting extremely sweaty as we are on the decider. Who will get there? Who will go into the winners bracket further, and who will drop into losers?
Alright, so you're Mindfreak now. You got to go kitchen trophy room or downstairs. Right, your downstairs got picked apart, absolutely destroyed. But, you know, kitchen trophy room, they've had some success. However, Corvidae seem to have picked it apart and, you know, have an idea on how it's working for their strategy now. Where do you go, do you reckon?
I'd say still have a Roma, but have the Roma as close as possible to the hatch. So if the Roma's upstairs, get him to be able to bail out quickly. Just give the call out what is happening. If you have a good shot, take the shot. Otherwise, just go, run away as quickly as possible. Just be able to save up on those on the defenders' lives as much as possible. That's
honestly, I'm predicting we're going to see a different strategy, and automatically we've got a different change up here. We've got the mute coming on out.
Initiate jammer.
Very nice as well, Pig. I might grab that.
Ready.
Some of that matches.
5 seconds left.
But it does feel interesting because I feel that with that mute pick, there will be an emphasis on more roaming and denying those drone hits. That's what I feel.
Yeah, that's what they're going to try and deny, that Corvidae, that knowledge, that information. Shinbagel's going to start denying it back, though. He's spotted out that Valkyrie camera nice and early on. 20 seconds into the round and it's gone.
Yeah, and King so far holding the angle at the fireplace while the rest of the team are still kind of around the objective. Warden will be going for, yeah, he will be going actually, which a whole lot of actually utilities being used for library. Now that
Team Flash.
Yeah, that Team Flash did not go too well. What is pretty interesting is the fact that now that Corvidae have kind of learned, oh yeah, there could be, well, a Roma. Let's use a whole lot of utilities. So that was, I'd say that is a good bait from Mindfreak to get Corvidae to use up their utility.
Well, they've spent a minute so far, so it looks like Rizraz and King is going to be hiding down below. Everyone else for Mindfreak on site.
Yeah. So this could go good for Mindfreak if they will be able to keep that up, keep exhausting all the utilities of the attackers. But they go looking for a kill, but
he's really aggressive right now, isn't he?
He's very good aggressive, and I don't think anyone else is with him to go for the refrag. Nobody actually. So if he will be going down, that's the end for the initial aggression. Nobody seems to be contesting, as Mindfreak just knows that they need to just keep holding the angles.
Well, it looks like he may Ash charge and charge right on in. No, he's decided not to start moving immediately. He's going to send his own drone in first. He's in such an exposed position. He's playing this quite bravely.
Yeah, that is quite a ballsy play, with finally Aces spotting that drone.
Oh, nice flick there from Kings. He looks away. However, he's able to flick back and get the kill. Lusty's taking a bit of damage from above. However, Shinbagel is going to take him out after he downed Warden. Shinbagel with a nice shot on the aces turns into a 4-on-3. It's really a 3-on-3 as Warden is downed. However, it's going to be quite easy to get the revive on him. Rizraz is going to come out on top of that one though. 30 seconds to go now. Fletch and Wildman. Warden's been rezzed as well against Riz, Kings, and Magnet. Whew. These two roamers are still off site, still ready to stab in the back. Magnet's taking a fight on site. He's gone down as the diffuser has been dropped and the kill has been claimed by Kings. Rizraz going to peek on out, take another one down. It's all up to Fletch now in the 1-on-2. He's got a mountain to climb and the time is going to run all out before Kings is going to get that kill. And Mindfreak are going to be the victors.
Wow. That last round, this last round was just the spiciest.
The spiciest.
The spiciest.
Oh, man. I have to agree. Spiciest is probably the best verb to describe that one, because that was crazy. Let's look at these kills in the end. Such evenness coming out from the Mindfreak side. Shinbag and Warden and Wildman doing their best. Fletch it's been falling a bit behind today on Corvidae, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but at the same time, you did mention it before.
Yeah.
That,
it's not his job.
He is kind of it's not really his job on going for the kills. He's rather more of an anchor. But at the same time, I do agree with you that if he would have managed to secure a couple of kills, and if he went for a slightly more methodical approach on that last round at the clutch, he probably could have gotten that clutch, I'd say. Because Kings was quite exposed, so he could have gotten that kill, and Rizraz was behind the table. So while before he'll be able to get up, Kings could have been dead, and the flick on Rizraz would have been the win for Corvidae.
You know, I'd have to say, sorry to cut you off, but like that last round was won thanks to Kings and Rizraz. Right?
Yes.
Like that is the impact that they're showing coming into this squad and showing up. And sorry, what was the other point you were going to make?
The other point that it could have gone into Mindfreak's hands either way, because if the call-out would have been gone at the same time, the moment Kings would have gone down, Rizraz would have been already out getting kill on Fletch. So this was a very 50-50 round.
I suppose
Fletch
the big change up for me was those roamers stopped playing upstairs, just hid down in the basement, and they survived for so long as well.
Yeah, keeping the roamers alive was the good idea for Mindfreak, and that's what got them the win.
Yep. All right, well, we're going to be chucking on some music. We're going to find out who's coming up next in the Winners Bracket Finals. We know it's going to be Mindfreak. I don't know about how the other game's going, but don't go anywhere, guys, and we'll see you soon.